What's going on, everybody? So this is going to be my second deck tech video. If you guys remember and have seen my first one on my first commander deck, Siren Okuneka How, I thought it went okay. The 10-minute window is kind of hard to do, but this one should be a little quicker because there's not much things to do other than play big stuff. So this one is going to be on Kona. It is a 4/3 for 4. Has beginning of my second main phase. If he is tapped, I can put any permanent card from my hand onto the battlefield. So basically the game plan is get him out, tap stuff, and play really big creatures to dominate the field. So again, I'm going to start with the lands. There is 33 forests. It is a mono green deck. And then I have Holdout Settlement. And then Proxy Gaia's Cradle. Again, I plan to have a lot of creatures out, so this comes in handy when I can get it. For ramp, I just have kind of the basics. Menor Elves, my Shed Dryads, Death Toucher, Snatic Aronis. I have a lot of creatures of power 4 or greater. Syndicate Resurgent, kind of a land doubler, Emerald Medallion, and Soul Ring. So again, kind of just basic stuff for ramp. Let's see, for removal, I got Titan of Industry, destroy target artifact or enchantment, or I can put a shield counter, so kind of does multiple things, but these just remove stuff. Kogla comes in, he fights something. Also any attacks, destroy target artifact or enchantment. Rex Sage, destroy artifact or enchantment. Bane of Progress, destroy all artifacts and enchantments, and he gets bigger for each of them. But then Coordinated Clobberin, tap creatures, so again, synergize with Kona. And then those deal damage equal to their power to a target creature. So I guess that could have went in this next set, which is the Synergy. Which again, not much, but really just need to get him tapped, so Gene Pollinator, tap and untap permanent, add a color. Sentinel Hierophant's creatures I control have tapped add green. Tyvar, tap and untap creature, he is indestructible. Despair Sentinel, tap and untap creature. Elven Chorus, creatures I control have tapped add color. Springleaf Drone, same. Relic of Legends, can tap and untap legendary to add a color. Especially, again, just stuff to get him tapped and down, to get his ability to work where I can cheat my big stuff out. And this is going to be kind of my protection suite. Which again, there's quite a bit here, because I do want him out and tapped and not to be touched. But we do have Vigor, if damage would be dealt to a creature, other than Vigor, prevent it, with that many 1/1 counters on him. And then when he's spun to a graveyard, shuffle into its library, so hard to get rid of this guy and very powerful. Guardian Augmenter, commanders get +2/+2 and have hexproof. Champion of Lambholtz, same as Sovereign, get this as big as I can, makes all my stuff unblockable. Sereth Viper's Fang, untapped creatures have hexproof, so before I get him tapped, he is hexproof. And then when I'm attacking, all my creatures have Death Touch, and I can also untap another creature or a land I control, which I don't do the untapping much, but good to have. Stonehoof Chieftain, trample indestructible. Whenever another creature I control attacks against trample and indestructible. Defend the Rider, target permanent gets hexproof indestructible. Heroic Intervention, all my stuff is hexproof and indestructible for a turn. Chamia Safekeeping, again, same. Target permanent gets hexproof indestructible. Horrid Vigor against Death Touch and indestructible. Sky's Gift gets a counter, reach, trample, hexproof and indestructible. Leyline of Immersion. The China creature has more 2, and I can tap it to add 5 mana of any color. Sandworm Convergence. Creatures without flying with flying can't attack me or planeswalkers. As beyond mana step, I get a big worm. Swiftfoot Boots, hexproof and haste end, so I can tap them pretty much immediately. And then Chroma's Memorial. I didn't know where to put this, because it does have protection from black and red, but otherwise it's just creatures get a bunch of static abilities that make my board hard to deal with. And now for the fun stuff. All the creatures I'm trying to cheat out. And we're just going to roll with this one. I'm going to actually flip them up face down. First one, Great Henge. It's an artifact. I can tap it. Or, yeah, tap to gain life where a non-token creature enters. Put them on counter and draw. So card draw. Well, this might be my card draw suite first. Then we got card draw first. Defense of the Heart. Controls 3 or more creatures. I don't really use this one, so I gotta read it as an Sacrificed it, searched my library for up to 2 creature cards with those, been to play, so not really card draw, but does get me creatures. This is a powerhouse on this deck. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, reveal the top of my library. If it's a creature card, put it on the battlefield. Otherwise, I may put it on the bottom of my library. Very crazy in this deck. Actually popped off on a stream once of that. Derek's Uprising. I was there in a lot of creatures with power 4 or greater. So whenever I draw a card, they get trample, and then when a creature I control enters with power 4 or greater, draw a card. Colossal Majesty. Beginning of upkeep, control a creature with power 4 or greater, draw a card. Veil of Summer. Draw a card if an opponent casts a blue or black spell, and then spells extra can't be countered. And me and permanents can hexproof. Return of the Wild Speaker. Draw cards equal to the greatest power among non-humans. I don't really know if I have any humans, really. Maybe a few. Like Llanowar elves and whatnot. But, yeah, good card draw. Harmonize. Draw 3 cards. Tooth Nail. Search my library for 2 creature cards. Put them into my hand. Again, I'm trying to cheat people out, so I need those cards in my hand. Shamanic Revelation. Another draw engine. Toski. So, yeah, deal combat damage, draw a card. Draw a card when a permanent control becomes target of a spell. We're still in card draw. I'm on card draw, I didn't realize that. Fauna Shaman, discard a creature, search my library for a creature card. Soul of the Harvest, whenever another non-token creature enters the battlefield, I may draw a card. I don't really run tokens in this deck. Kodama, whenever another permanent I control enters, if it wasn't put onto the battlefield with this ability, I may put a permanent card with equal or less mana value from my hand onto the battlefield. So again, another way to cheat out dudes. So, Kona triggers, then say he's out. Kona triggers, I bring Soul of the Harvest out. Then Kodama would trigger, because it wasn't put out with this ability, so then I could put, let's say, it's a 6, then I could Battle Mammoth out. So basically a way to cheat out a few dudes really quick. Eldra Gargaroth, when it attacks or blocks, draw a card. Or in Frostfang, when a creature I control deals combat damage to a player, draw a card, and my attacking creatures have Death Touch. Livian Reed, look at the top 4 cards in my library and reveal a creature or land, put it into my hand. So a good way to just get cards in hand. Now we're into not card draw, so not so many as the big dudes, but Goreclaw, creature spells with power 4 or greater cost 2 less, so if he's kind of down, I should have enough mana by the time I can just start casting them. When he attacks each creature at power 4 or greater, it gets +1/+1 in a trample. Sorek and Goreclaw, other creatures have trample. Whenever another non-token enters under my control, put 1/1 counter on it, it gains haste. Challenger Troll, each creature at control power 4 or greater can be blocked by more than 1 creature. Bovenlord Oddity, I don't use this for this side, I use it for the other side. Which other creatures that get have +1/+1, trample and haste. Aggressive Mammoth, other creatures that control have trample. Hierophant Biotitan. See, it's a 12 cost, but I can cheat it out for free. It can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less. Vigilance, Reach, and Ward 2. So very strong card. Giant Ataphage, to when it deals combat damage to a player, create a token of this. Impervious Great Worm, probably the powerhouse of the deck. It's a 10 cost, indestructible, 16/16. Golta costs less, but I'm going to try to cheat him out, so at 12/12. Trample. Vorinclex, was of Hunger. Kind of shuts the opponent's down after he's out, and then I get double mana. Bite Steel Colossus, obviously Trample, Infect. One-shot opponents. Indestructible if it's spun together from anywhere, and shuffles a back end. Engulf and Slagworm, when it becomes blocked or blocks a creature, destroy it, and I gain life equals that creature's toughness. Rollspine Worm, when it dies, put 3 5/5s on the field, and when it's split in the graveyard, shuffle it back into its own library. Again, another high cost, 15/15 Trampler. Then, Sopandrel, again from Sovereign, he's also in this deck, doubles the combat power and toughness during combat. So again, very crazy, powerful cards in this deck. I love this deck. Mono green is probably one of my favorite colors to play, just green in general. That's why I like Sovereign so much, mostly green. But yeah, green is just crazy fun. You can do all sorts of stuff with it. And I highly recommend, if you're into a green powerhouse-like style of play, check out Kona, throw in all your big beaters, and some ways to tap him, or protect him so he can tap without getting blown up, and you will have fun. He's a very fun commander. I highly recommend him.